Hare Krishna, dear devotees, welcome for today's continued discussion on this nectar of devotion. So today I'm so excited to meet all of you here. Thank you for joining us and giving me the valuable association. Of course, today is a very exciting day. It's just eve of Janmashtami. I know that many of you are very busy. And anyway, my gratitude for joining us despite of your busy schedule. So today is Friday, 15th August 2025. So we gathered here to continue our discussion on Nectar of Devotion, on a further aspect of devotional service, on chapter 12. Yeah, chapter 12, all right? So anyway, we just played a very nice video about all these, the places of pilgrimage in Vrindavan. And of course, hope that one day all of us will get a chance. And some of you have gone there, you're considered very, very fortunate. Okay, so before we start our session today, let's offer our humble obeisances and our gratitude to our spiritual master and all the Vaishnava Acharyas in our parampara, and to get their causeless mercy. And of course, day after tomorrow is going to be another exciting birthday party celebration, the appearance of Srila Prabhupada. So till then, let's do our invocation prayer. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobistam Stapidam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Karamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Utta Padakamlam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagarjadam Shahagana Raghunathan Vidam Tam Sajivam Satvaitam Savaduta Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakan Vidamscha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimadi Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pasachide Satarine Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimadi Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Namine Shri Varshabhanavi Devi Daitaye Kripa Abdaye Krishna Sambandha Viknanataine Prabhave Namaha Madhuryo Jola Premadya Sri Rupanuga Bhaktira Shri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namaste Namaste Gauravani Shri Murtaye Dinatarine Rupanuga Virudha Pasidanta Dvantaharine Namo Gaura Kishoraya Sakshat Vairagya Murtaye Vipralambara Sambode Padam Pujaite Namaha Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Sachidananda Namine Gaura Shakti Swarupaya Rupanuga Vrayate Gaura Virbhava Bhume Stumni Dasa Sajjana Priya Vaishnava Sarubhauma Sri Jagannathayate Namaha Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bevacha Paritanam Pavinebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Om Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauratise Namaha Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhakta Rupa Swarupakam Bhaktavadaram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpade Gopesha Gopika Kanto Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusdari Vipranamami Hari Priye Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Shari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimati Jayapataka Swami Ti Namini Namacharya Padaya Nitai Kripa Pradayine Gaurakada Damadaya Nagara Grama Tarini Hari Om Tat Sat. Hare Krishna devotees, welcome again. So my humble gratitude to each and every one of you. An advanced Krishna Janmashtami festival, and of course, and also Srila Prabhupada's Vyasa Puja, which is going to be on Sunday. Okay, so today we're going to continue our discussion. Where is it? All right, so we're going to continue our discussion on this, but before that, just a little meditation about Krishna Janmashtami. So tomorrow is the day that that we are very fortunate. It seems that every one day of Brahma, Lord Krishna will appear in his original form. And of course, one day of Brahma is equivalent to many, many millions of lifetime. It's many kalpas. So we have discussed that before. We calculated the kalpas and the timing. Then other than that, Krishna came here just to give a relishment, because all the while Krishna appears to re-establish the dharma. Okay, to re-establish the dharma and to kill the miscreant, I will descend ages after ages. Krishna says that in Bhagavad Gita. But now, especially in this Kali Yuga, I mean, sorry, especially in this time, in this part of his pastime, he appeared in his original form. Okay, he came first of all, of course, to re-establish dharma, like killing the miscreants and all these kind of things, like Kamsa and all the host of demons. And other than that, he came also and show us that what they call his confidential pastime. You know, he showed us how he is as a baby. I think we discussed that, I think 3 sessions before, about this Srimad Bhagavatam, that we discussed. We gave a summary. All right, what is the first 2 canto and following, and 10th canto, 11 and 12. So we did a quick summary. So as you know that first Krishna appeared here. First he showed as the form of in the form of a baby, so that he takes service of those who are in the mood of parental. Then after that, he was a young boy. Then after that, then he was a king. Like that, he had many, many pastimes. But the most important is his parakyaras. That means his confidential pastimes was something that is very, very interesting. So Krishna is Supreme Personality, and he is a very transparent God. He is very transparent. Even that he allow you to go into his private life, private romantic life. Okay, how it feels to be, how he loves, you know, how sometimes mischievous, all these kind of things has been revealed to the devotees who appreciate that. And of course, all these are confidential topic. And how we understand, first we can think about it, then we perceive it, then most important to understand the philosophy and the intention behind it. So and we understand that all of us have our constitutional position is to serve God, serve Krishna, and all of us are individual soul. We all have individuality, and some or other, when we see, yesterday I was listening one lecture from one of the acharyas. He was saying that even a dog, cat, pig, creepers, plants, trees, just name it, anything, every living entity is eternal servant of Krishna. But somehow or other, because they are covered by ignorance, they accept certain kinds of body to go through that kind of a purification process, you know, until you come to the level, yes, that's it. I do not want anything further than this. All right. And once we surrender, once we come into Dasya Ras, that means in the servitude, we somehow or other get attracted to this Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya. Then after that, we slowly evolve, then parental and all this. Of course, in our Gaudiya Vaishnava, why we are unique? We are unique because we are directly under the what they call the understanding is by Srimati Radharani. Okay, Sri Vaishnava is under Srimati Mahalakshmi, and of course there is she speaks about Dasyaras, servants. All right, servitude. But here we are talking about prema. We are talking about ecstatic love. All right, and of course in this sampradaya we have all the acharyas like Jagannath Das Babaji, Bhakti Vinod Thakur, and all these Lokanath Acharya, Rupa Goswami, Sanatan Goswami, all of them none other than the Manjaris or the personal associate of Srimati Radharani that came here to reveal the secret. How exciting is to be in that loving exchange, amorous pastimes of the Lord. So that's the thing. So first he started off in this baby pastime. He was born. So after he was born, then how the festivity happened, all right? Then how everything started from there. Okay. So now how we should worship, how we should observe Janmashtami. All right. It is encouraged to fast. All right. This is the day that we should fast. Fasting from sunrise until midnight. All right. Those who cannot fast, you can just maintain yourself with Ekadasi Prashadam. All right. Take something which is non-grain. All right. What is the advantage of this? The advantage of fasting on this Janmashtami, it is equivalent to 200 million Ekadasi fasting. All right. 20 crore. All right. 20 crore. That means 200 million Ekadasi fasting is equivalent. But that doesn't mean, oh, okay, I fast on this Janmashtami, so next Ekadasi, no need to fast. That's not that idea. Because we are so conditioned, we are so much corrupted, our system has been badly corrupted since we are in this material plane for time immemorial. So in order to purify ourselves, we need to come through this kind of severe cleaning, severe austerity and all this kind. So this is a bonus. So when we fast on this, on Janmashtami, is equivalent to 200 million fastings or 20 crore fasting. And then, then we go to the temple. Please try to start your day from Mangalarti onwards, 4:30, 5 o'clock, according to your local temple. In Ipoh, it's going to be 5 o'clock, 5:15 in the morning. So then, if you get a chance, try to do some service in the temple, and like making the garlands or cooking, cutting vegetables and all this. Then evening starts, the main highlight starts around 6:15, 6:30, something like that. And there'll be a lot of shows, a lot of guests will be coming to the temple. And so sometimes many people ask me, okay, what can I give to Krishna? Okay, what should I bring? Right. So we can bring gift to Krishna, like they call like a siru tattu, right? So gift. So what we can do is we can get a tray with banana. Banana is very auspicious. Second is mango. We have studied, I think, last few days. Mango is the king of all fruits. So we can offer mango, we can offer banana, coconut, betel nut and betel leaf, வெத்தலை பாக்கு. Then other than that, or some clothings, some dhoti and all these kind of things we can offer. And of course, don't forget to put ang pao. Don't put a little, put in an envelope and put it ang pao. And so all these things you can consider to offer. But the most important part is, on this day we should stay very enthusiastic. We should be very happy, and please put on your best dress to temple. All right, don't wear that what they call the crumple dhoti and just ordinary sari. Just try to wear your best dhoti, best sari. Adorn yourself with jewelry, put on a nice makeup, nice perfumes and everything, because it's a festival. All right, it is not just like another Sunday program. Put on your best dress, put on your best ornament. If you can get a new pair of dresses, it's fantastic. Or if you can't, just take out, see in your wardrobe the best thing, especially make it a sattvic dresses. Don't wear anything like modern dress, just saris, gopi dress, then dhoti and all these kind of things. Put on your best dress, put on your best, and show your best enthusiasm. And the most important, put a big smile, and just feel so excited. And this is the way. And because it falls on Saturday, it's not an excuse for us. I have to go back early. Tomorrow I got work, because next day is Sunday. So try to stay until midnight and just have so much of fun. All right. So the takeaway of this thing is, I was just inspired to tell. Later I'll be putting in the group also that about, because I just recently I found out from my mentor Pran Govinda Prabhu from America. He was telling that fasting on Janmashtami is equivalent to 200 million Ekadasi. So why not we take the opportunity to fast? All right, fasting if you can. Don't fast until you cannot enjoy the celebration, or you cannot participate in that, or you just need to sit in one place. Become like bhajan kutir. Oh, I'm fasting, so I'm so invalid. Don't waste your time doing that. All right, fast if you can. All right, if you cannot, take at least Ekadasi Prashadam. Try to take buckwheat and usual Ekadasi Prashadam. All right. But if the worst case scenario, I can't do anything, at least eat grains, eat something, and just have fun. That's most important. Having fun on these days is the most important part of the festivity. But that is, of course, if you really can't take it. All right. So what are the things that doesn't break the fast? Water doesn't break the fast. Milk doesn't break the fast. And medicine. If you're on the hypertension, diabetic, or any kind of medication where you need to take your medication, you can take that medication and it's not considered breaking the fast. All right, these are the things. So I hope that all of you have a very fantastic celebration. So in that thought, let's continue our discussion on today's topic is on associating with advanced devotee, the importance. All right, so we have also spoke about the Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay, just a quick recap. So we have said the transpersonal supreme Lord, the mouth of the Father. Okay, how even like Sukadev Goswami, who is formerly Mayavadi, all right, Mayavadi, who became so attracted, okay, and heard that the pastimes of Krishna from the mouth of his father Vyasadeva. All right. Formally, he admits that although he was a very much attracted to impersonal Brahman, but when he heard the transcendental pastimes of the Supreme Person from the mouth of his father, he became more attracted to Srimad Bhagavatam. So the idea is that Vyasadeva was also a self-realized soul, and his mature contribution, all right, his mature contribution, that means he's very matured. He made that this thing of transcendental knowledge was delivered directly to Sukadeva Goswami in the manner indicated. So another thing that also we understand, Sukha. Shuka means what? Not Sukha, Shuka. Okay. Okay, how we should pronounce the S here? Okay, for those who are just new here, I'd like to tell you. All right, when you see the S, okay, the S looks like this, S with apostrophe. All right, S with apostrophe means we're going to pronounce like shampoo, not S, shampoo. All right, we don't say sampu, right? We say shampoo. So this S with the apostrophe means sha. So like that, okay, that Nairgunya Uttama Shloka, Shloka. You see the S with apostrophe, we pronounce like shampoo. So Uttama Shloka, Shloka, show. Okay. But then it's like, now when you see there's apostrophe here on the S on Sukadev Goswami, so we're not going to say Sukadev, we're going to say Shukadev, Shuka. All right. So something that we have to pay attention to. But what happens if you see like this? S with apostrophe, okay, S with a dot at the bottom. All right. S with apostrophe at bottom, or T with a dot at the bottom. How are you going to pronounce it? Very simple. Roll your tongue, put it on your phalanx. Shu, shu, ta, sha, like that. Ta. Okay. So that's how we pronounce. So let me see here. Example like here the word we say Raja Rishi. Raja Rishi. Akyanam yat aditavan. Okay. Grihita cheta Raja Rishi. And up there Parinishto. P Nairgunya Uttama Shloka. So this is show and this is show. All right. So sha. So something like that. Okay. This is just for your own reference. Okay. All right. Okay. So now we understand here. Okay. Shukadev Goswami. So Shuka means what? Parrot. So they say when the parrot eats that ripe mango, when you see the mango is ripe on the tree, when a parrot touches with his beak, when the parrot touches the beak, the mango seems to be miraculously, it becomes even more tastier. It enhances the taste of the mango. So that's why the same thing, the shuka. I mean the what they call the parrot in Sanskrit is called shuka. The same kind of parrot personality, Shukadev Goswami, when he starts to narrate Srimad Bhagavatam, it enhances the taste even more further. All right. So that's the thing we have understood in a last week conversation. Okay. Now let's look at number 62. Atasa jatiya shaya snigda shri bhagavat bhakta sango yata pratame tulayamale lavenapi na swargang na punarbhavam bhagavat sangi sangasya matyanam kim utashisha. All right. So now it's quoted in 1.2.228 and from Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, chapter 18, text 13. So here the important part we are talking about associating with advanced devotees. All right. So what is that advanced devotee? First of all, let's identify that. It is not the matter of years that you are here. Example, oh, I'm a 30 years old devotee. All right. Is it the years of practice makes you advanced? Or is it the years of practice makes you a senior? No, that's not the way. The advance or seniority is according to the level of surrender that you have to Krishna. The level of surrender or the level of your knowledge. Okay, this is very important. So like for instance, we may see a devotee who are maybe 10 years old, but he's so advanced. He's the level of surrender. All right. So when you look at the superiority and inferiority, the superior and inferior in our Vedic system is like this. All right. Let's start from Shudra. Okay, we have Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudra. Shudra means the servants, artisans, the one who serves others. So Shudra, how to know the Shudra is high class Shudra or low class Shudra? According to his servitorship and honesty. How well he serves. Like for instance, when you look at a restaurant, first we see a server. Then second, higher than server, we call as waiter. But among the top, among that, the waiter is called butler. Butler means what? Butler means the one who is a high standard waiter. And butler usually serve who? Serve the king, serve the prime minister and all these kind of things. They are butlers. All right. So the hierarchy. So similarly in the Shudra, if a person in Shudra, to know whether the fellow is a high class Shudra or low class Shudra is according to the servitorship and his professionalism in handling being a servant. Number one. Number two, Vaishya. Vaishya means businessman. How to know the Vaishya is high class or low class? Among the Vaishya group. I'm not talking about others. Among the Vaishya group, among the businessmen. How? According to the richness, according to the money they possess, the property and money. All right. A person can be okay. A person can be what they call a jamindar. Okay, he can be a millionaire by birth. Maybe it's 4-5 generation. They are so opulent. But suddenly a person comes and becomes the richest man in the world, all right, and goes to that place. That richest man in the world who just became rich maybe 5-10 years ago is considered higher class than the men who are rich by generation. So according to the Vaishya, we find out the superiority, inferiority is like that. How to know whether it's a high class Vaishya, high class businessman? According to his money, opulence, the jewelry and all this that he possesses. And the one who are poorer is considered this thing. Okay, now let's look at Kshatriya, the warriors. How to know whether the warrior is high class or low class? The high class warriors, the high class or first class warriors means the one who are very brave and the one who have fought many wars and the one who got many scars on the face. So the amount of scars, like for instance, like Vaishya, the business people, how they adorn themselves, they adorn by themselves by putting on a lot of jewelry and nice thing. But the Kshatriya, how they adorn themselves, according to the amount of face mark. You know, there's a cut here. They say, wow, you got a many cut. So that means it's an indication that person has gone to many war. That means he's a veteran fighter. All right. So like that. So it depends on the amount of kingdom that he rules. All right. And the thing. Okay. Like for instance, there'll be one person who has been king for many generations, but suddenly one king comes and conquer many kingdom. So that means he's known as Agung. In Malay, we call Agung. Okay. Agung. Or in Sanskrit, we call Chakravarti. Or in English, we call as emperor. So emperor rules many kings. All right. So the emperor. So is in how they see according to the level of the bravery and the facial mark and the amount the countries that they rule. All right. Then how the Brahmanas determine themselves. How the Brahmanas make a comparison according to the knowledge and renunciation. All right. A person can be a very highly knowledgeable. All right. That is one way. Okay, highly knowledgeable is something that that the Brahminical culture will see. A person can be a scholar, but suddenly a so young boy suddenly became even a better scholar, they will surrender to him. What is the example? Like how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he was a young boy, he had a debate with this Kashmiri Pandit. When he defeated the Kashmiri Pandit surrenders to him. A young boy and an elderly man surrenders. We have seen that many examples, right? Even when we look at this, even in our South Indian folklore, South Indian like in a Sri, I mean Shaivite, all right, Tiriñana Sambandar is only 6 years old. When he start to speak about this Sambandha Jnana, the Tiriñana, okay, what happened? All the great scholars come and surrender to him, fall at his feet. So the Brahmanas, they compare each other according to the knowledge. It's not by age. Hey, I'm senior to you, I'm older than you. No, that's not the way. Oh, I joined ISKCON 30 years ago. You joined 10 years ago. Who are you to tell me? That's not the way. But how the Vaishnavas are considered great and inferior? How? According to his renunciation. All right? According to his how renounced he is. That is how the Vaishnava compare themselves. All right? Renunciation means what? The level of tolerance. How much tolerant the person can be. The amount of agitation they have, amount of this is considered still lower side. But a person who can just tolerate everything, who don't take any pride for himself, who have fully surrendered and fully tolerant, these are called the advanced devotees. All right. Okay, there's a person like okay, like Gaur Kishore Das Babaji. Gaur Kishore Das Babaji was so advanced and he's so what do you call so renounced, and he don't like people to come and disturb him. In India, people like to go and disturb this kind of sadhus. Sadhu, please bless me so my daughter will get a good husband. Please bless me so I can make a lot of money. Please bless me. I'm going for a business. I want to make more money. Please bless me so I get a son or daughter. So the son, they are not in the level to bless you for any material opulence. When you talk about material opulence, these kind of sadhu will get irritated. Because they have come to the highest level. In their heart, they'll be thinking, oh, such a fool. After so many millions of birth, you born in this sacred place and still you're asking for some kind of material benefit. How foolish can you be? So usually they don't want to distinct. So what they do, they like to, and what Gaurkishore does, he went and stayed near the lavatory. In those days, Indian lavatory is horrible. Lavatory means toilet, public toilet. I think around 50 years ago, we also have seen it. I think during my younghood is the time where they turn into a modern toilet. All right. But remember when I was young, people used to carry they shit in the stool in a pot, and they carry the pot. That's why you see the olden houses, the toilet will be upstairs. You have to go up, bathroom is there. And down there they put like a thong there. So when people shit past stool, people carry and throw it away. So something like that. So in those days, it was such a place which is so abominable and so nasty and smelly, people don't want to come there. But what he do, he go and hide inside such toilet. Why? Because when he go there, people won't come and disturb him. Because it's such a horrible place, right? And of course, the latest, sadhu that I can think is like, there's one Babaji. What is his name? Vishwambara. Recently was his appearance or disappearance day. All right. Because I've read his story also. See whether I can got his. Can anyone enlighten me? What Vishwambara? What is it? Vishwambara. Okay, anyway. So this sadhu was so much surrendered to Krishna. He's so renounced. Even the great people think that he's a madman. They think he's crazy. Sometimes they go, he'll be only on a loincloth, people throw stone at him, chase him out. Sometimes you see the crazy people with beer like that. But actually so advanced, so renounced. All right. So anyway, try to think about it. That book, something that we all should read. His pastimes is written here. Okay. Anyway, so now, so this is what we call advanced devotee. Advanced devotee means to the level of their surrender and how much they have renounced. It is not by the years in the service. I joined in 1993. So therefore, I'm 32 years, 30 plus years in Hare Krishna. So I am very advanced. That's not the thing. So please do understand. Since we are all doing this serious studies about this on this nectar of devotion, so we should identify who is that advanced devotee. And now we understand when you look at anything like Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra is according to the material opulence, like the Brahmana according to the knowledge they have and everything. But for Vaishnavas, is to the level of their surrender or renunciation. We see whether they advance or not. All right. So anyway, so associate with the advanced devotee. Okay, let's see how the thing. Because see, the importance of discussing Srimad Bhagavatam in the society of pure devotees were explained by Shaunaka Muni during the meeting in Naimisharanya. Right. So Shaunaka is the head of all the rishis in that Naimisharanya forest. Okay, Naimisharanya forest is the place where all the sages got together and they start to do this yagya or fire sacrifice. Why? Because they start to see the Kali Yuga is coming soon, and now they say when the Kali Yuga come, they were just wondering how these people in Kali Yuga are going to survive. How are they going to survive? How they are suffering? How are they going to suffer? And in order to mitigate, in order to reduce the effect of Kali Yuga, and all these merciful pure devotees all got together, they do the fire sacrifice in order or in attempt to reduce the effect of Kali Yuga. So the people in Kali Yuga, some or other blessed. Okay, what are the defects of Kali Yuga? First, we are very disturbed. Second, we are very quarrelsome. Easily we can quarrel over a little thing, right? Like the day I saw one person parking a car, right? So one fellow saw, he was just missed the thing. He went to take one big round. By the time he come back, another fellow parked the car. And he got to start to create a fight until he need to show his some feast and show some steak and all. Just a little parking spot can trigger a fight that can eventually they can kill each other. That is what Kali Yuga is all about. Easily quarrelsome. All right. And of course, hypocrite. Talk one, do one. All right. Like now you see how our Prime Minister in Malaysia, at first do all this, but now he's doing something else. He's hypocrisy. right? His hypocrisy is at the peak, like what Donald Trump is doing, hypocrisy. All right. So so there's a symptom. Then people we are very disturbed. Our mind is very disturbed. We are suffering from these threefold material miseries. Life has become very shortened. Life has become very shortened. Nowadays, to live up to 60, 65 is considered something which is very miracle now. All right. Then even to live up to 80, 90 is considered is a great miracle of life, right? So life has shortened, memory has shortened, our intelligence has been corrupted, you know, and sometimes we just want to sit, just chant 16 rounds, which is going to take you only for 1.5 hours. We can't really pay attention to that, you know. So just imagine. So that's why. So at this, so they're trying to reduce the effect. So these all the things got together. So, and the leader of that sadhus or the rishis, all those gathered, all the pure devotees gathered, it is Shaunaka Muni. Shaunaka Muni is there. All right. So he is addressing during the meeting. So important to discuss is Srimad Bhagavatam, the Society of Pure Devotees, was explained by Shaunaka Muni. All right, in the meeting of Naimisharanya. In front of who? In the presence of Sutta Goswami. Sutta Goswami Pad. And who's the Sutta Goswami? Sutta Goswami was there directly present during the discussion between Parikshit Maharaj and Shukadev Goswami. The incident. When Shukadev Goswami was explaining Srimad Bhagavatam to Parikshit Maharaj, who's going to die in 7 days, he was the direct audience. He was there watching the direct thing. Right? Then what happened? After he watched that incident and everything, and this Naimisharanya, all the rishis all got together, they started to do this fire sacrifice. In that time, Sutta Goswami happens to be there. When they all saw Sutta Goswami, they became so happy and excited, and they put him in a high place to sit down and glorify him and said, kindly tell us what happened there. What was really happened between Parikshit Maharaj and Shukadev Goswami? And how he got died in 7 days. He's such a great rishi. The Parikshit is such a great king. How can a young boy can curse him? He could counter curse. He could uproot the curse because he's the grandson of Arjuna. Such a great person. But why did he agree to die? Tell us what happened. So, and the one who gave that the real incident happened in that Naimisharanya forest was Sutta Goswami. Okay? All right. So, Sutta Goswami confirmed that if someone is fortunate enough, that means to associate with a pure devotee of the Lord, even for a moment, that particular moment is so valuable that even those pious activities can promote one to heavenly planet to give liberation. All right. Okay. Heavenly planets or give liberation from material miseries cannot compare to it. That means to meet a pure devotee is very, very rare. If you could able to meet such pure devotee, you're considered very fortunate. And in that association of pure devotee, even for a moment, that means you are sitting there, you see a Swamiji or Maharaj, someone is coming, passing you through. Even that moment is from the right, is walking towards the left. How long will it take? What? 30 seconds? 1 minute? Even that single little moment of associating with such pure devotee. All right. These can be even more valuable than all the pious activity that you can do in your life. Pious means punyam, punya karyam. All the pious activity that you can do in your life that can make you to go to heaven, it is very insignificant. That means to go to heaven, you have to do a lot of pious activity. That activity is so insignificant. So just a moment of associating pure devotee is considered very fortunate. So therefore, it's very important when you see any Maharaj, any Swamijis, whoever comes, please go and associate with them. Number one. Number two, if you go to Vrindavan, Mayapur, again, I'm telling, if anyone go to this kind of place, don't hire tour guide. Don't hire tour guide and go on a spree. You know, on Vrindavan marathon, Mayapur marathon. Don't do that. Take your own sweet time. All right, go there. Only thing you can consider is trying to get a transport from airport to Mayapur or airport to Vrindavan. Once you reach there, go and join that any ISKCON temple or whatever it is. Go there, and from there you try to talk to someone who can take you around. Don't hire these professional tour guide people. All right. Okay, can you please take me around, Prabhu? I'd like to see Vrindavan and please explain. Okay, come, Prabhu, I'll take you around. All right, maybe you just can give a little donation, or maybe cover the auto, rickshaw, whatever, and let them associate with devotees. Because Vrindavan and Mayapur is full of pure devotees. All right. But you say, oh, so when you go there, you start to associate with them, they start to talk to them, you start to see the level of the renunciation. Suddenly you see there's one, recently there's one Mataji from Russia. She sits under the tree and from the morning till night, she just go on chanting without even moving. She sits under the tree, she just Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Suddenly she wake up night, she go to bed, next day wake up, Mangalarati, and this thing, and she just go on chanting. Such a renounced person. So these are the person when you see, you have to immediately offer your obeisances. You should fall down at their feet and take their blessing. Even they are in ecstasy, just offer your obeisances. Because they have so much of charisma, so much of positive aura. And when you surrender to them, that aura can affect you. So that's very important, okay? So when you go on Mayapur Vrindavan tour, don't go on a spree or with a tour guide. Go to the temple, I give you 10 minutes, go and see and come back. Then from run to another place. And the day you come back, you are sick. And you say, what did you see? Oh, I see, very nice. What is so nice? Well, I see this, I see that. Other than that. Because, it's explained in, was it in Bhagavad Gita? Was it in Nectar of Instruction? What it says, you go simply see all these and don't associate with devotees. It's considered as a pilgrimage. It's the pilgrimage of the crow. You know the crow kaka. You know gaga, burung gaga. CROW. It's a pilgrimage of crow. You just go there, make some sound and come back and no benefit. So you go there to this kind of place, you have to associate with pure devotees. All right. So because it's even a moment is so wonderful. So in other words, those who are attached to Srimad Bhagavatam do not care of any kind of benefit derived from the elevation to the higher planetary kingdom. So those who are attached to Srimad Bhagavatam, those attached to Srimad Bhagavatam, usually they don't care for any other kind of benefit. All right. What is the secret of being in sadhana, in this devotional service? What is the secret? All right. What is that ultimate goal of being a devotee? Well, my ultimate, okay, now I know that I've been born in this material place for so long. My ultimate goal is to go back home, back to Godhead. Okay, now you want to go back home. Okay, which area you want to go? You must know. Even Vaikuntha Loka, even Sveta, the place in this material universe, there's a Vaikuntha there. It's also liberation. It is also holy place. It is go there, you will never come back. Second, you can go to that in a spiritual sky. There's a millions of Vaikuntha planet. You worship Lord Narasimhadev, you are so attached to Narasimhadev, you go to the planet Vaikuntha called Ahobilam. If you are so attached to Lord Ramachandra, you go to the Vaikuntha planet called Ayodhya. If you are so attached to Tirupati Perumal, you go to the Vaikuntha planet called Tirupati. Like that, all the planets are there. Do you want to go there? Right? No, I think I'm so much attached to Lord Jagannath. Okay, then you go to that place after above that Ayodhya Dham. You go to that Goloka Dham. That's okay. Started off with Jagannath Puri, the place called Jagannath Puri in spiritual world. Oh no, I'm so much attached to Krishna in Rukmani in Mathura what place is that? Dwaraka. So you go to the place Dwaraka Dham. What you see there? You see Krishna with his principal queen like Rukmani's Satyabhama Rukmani with his 16,108 wives, and you see also the the 5 Pandavas, right? Yudhishthira, Bhima, Arjuna, Sahadeva, Nagula, all these personalities will be there. So Krishna there sits as a king. All right. Oh no! I want to see Krishna in the form of a baby. I'm so attached to see him as a baby. I want to see Mother Yasoda. I want to play around with her. So you go to the place called Mathura. Oh no, I want to be the closest to Krishna. I want to have this pastime with Krishna. Then you go to the place called Vrindavan. All right, Govardhan, Vrindavan, and the Radha Kund, Shamkund, and all these kind of place. So it depends. Where do you want to go? So when you look at all the hierarchy, Vaikuntha, liberation, that means you go to the Vaikuntha, you're going to have the same body like Vishnu. If you're a lady, you're going to have the same body like Lakshmi. Right? You'll be traveling in airplane and everything. Svarupa Mukti. Right? You'll have the same look and same appearance like the Lord. Then you go to the Ayodhya Dham, you become one of that, what they call Ramarajya. You're going to be one of the residents in the kingdom of Lord Ramachandra. Or you go there. So slowly, then you go to that. So, but when you want to, so one by one, there's what Salyaras, Sakyaras, the friendship, parenting, parenthood, and all these kind of. So, but what is our actual goal? In Gaudiya Vaishnava? In Gaudiya Vaishnava, of course, it gives you the highest goal, the highest achievement a living entity or the soul could go. Okay, the top floor, that is to go to the what they call the personal this thing, they call it, go to the level of parakyaras, or to the status of prema bhakti, prema, where you become the associate of Krishna. You see Krishna in his two forms with the flute and everything, not Vishnu with weapons in his hand, Sangha, Chakra, okay, Gada, the mace and all the kind of lotus, no, without all that. You see Krishna in his very relaxed mood as a cowherd boy, that very mischievous, plays with Gopals and tease the gopis. So that is the topmost success. All right. So we should know. All right. Now, okay, what to do there? I have to be in prema. The highest level is prema. That's why in Srimad Bhagavatam is mentioned. All right. What he says, Iti Chamsa Kalapumsa Krishna's to Bhagavan Swami. The Krishna in Canto 1, they'll be explaining all the appearance of Lord Krishna. But end of the day, pam, the grand finale, Sutta Goswami praying, Iti Chamsa Kalapumsa Krishna's to Bhagavan Swayam. Even the Lord Krishna have taken many forms, plenary portion, or the portion of the plenary portion. A lot of avatar, lot of varieties like Narsingha, Bali, and all these kind of things. But among all that, the original supreme personality of Godhead is Swayam Bhagavan, is Sri Krishna. Iti Chamsa Kalapumsa. Krishna's too, Bhagavan Swayam is complete, is the original personality of Godhead. Okay. Then after that, the Bhagavatam starts. Now first, Matsya Avatar, Varaha Avatar, Narsingha Avatar, the story of Prithu Maharaj, Prachitas, the commentary of Lord Shiva and Lord Brahma, these, that, blah, 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 you read it until you come to the topmost place is the 10th canto. Then after that, Krishna will be advising Uddhava in 11th canto, the secret of devotional service. And the 12th canto to tell you the horrifying part of Kali Yuga. So you make a decision. After seeing all that, so what is the best option you have? Prema Bhakti. So the Prema Bhakti, if you want to achieve the level of Prema Bhakti, we should hug tightly Srimad Bhagavatam. All right. In 10 canto, there's only there's only one part. There's a part they'll be talking about the Krishna's childhood from the day he was born until he became the king and everything. All right. So especially his amorous pastime with his Radharani gopis, and you see the gopis will be crying and lamenting for Krishna. All these kind of things that melt your heart. Prema means your heart is melted. You don't have that heart anymore. All right. Your heart is completely melted. Sometimes when you want to go and take the cane, want to whack our child, so naughty, so mischievous. When you go to take, suddenly the child, Pa, I'm so sorry, Pa. Like that, oh, Dad, I'm so sorry. Especially my youngest one will always do that. Whenever I get angry with her, she just put, I'm so sorry. She's only, 6, 7 years, 8 years old. So whenever she say that, what will happen? Pum, melt. So the melting of the heart is prema. Because once come to prema, there's nothing logic there. There's no logic when it comes to love, right? Yesterday I was listening to one story from the Bhakti Vinyan Goswami Maharaj. He was explaining about this. He wrote, there's one guy in Mohammedan kingdom, Akbar kingdom. There's a called Majnu Laila, Majnu, something like that. Majnu Laila. He wrote a very beautiful poetic about his wife. He narrated his wife. So when the poet went to the king was so attracted, and he called Majnu and says, I want to see your wife, Laila, which is not common in Islamic kingdom, because they keep the veil, they cover the burqa and everything. He said, call upon Majnu. He says, I'm so fascinated with your poem. And he says that how beautiful your wife is. This, blah, blah, blah. I want to see her. Please bring her. Then Majnu says, okay, I'll bring my wife. He brought the wife to the king. Then after that, what happened? When the king saw the thing, okay, remove the veil, remove the burqa. I want to see the face. when he removed the burqa, the king almost to faint. He almost to faint. So that, Majnun, what is this? Because the girl got the ear like a donkey, the ear pointed, and the nose looks like an elephant trunk, like such a big nose. In other words, the Laila was extremely ugly person. She got a deformed face. And after that, the king told Majnu, is this the person that you narrated? What? Then he said, if you want to see a beauty, you must have the eyes of Majnu. If you want to see the beauty of her, you must have these eyes of Majnu. So there's one story that the Maharaj have quoted yesterday. So it inspired me. So there is no logic when it comes to love. All right? Yes, Mataji, Gandhi Mata, you want to say something? Okay. So there is no logic when it comes to love. Okay? Because it doesn't make sense. Nothing makes sense when it comes to love. So similarly, when we want to achieve the highest platform, we must go to the level of Prema Bhakti. And Prema Bhakti will be given in Srimad Bhagavatam on an introductory thing. First, you go through all the things, you can go to the level of Prema, ecstatic love. Then what is next? Then you go to Chaitanya Charitamrita. From the first canto until the final, I mean, so for the Chaitanya, you see how it starts. Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Leela, the book 1, chapter 1, start from spiritual master. So it explains, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Pad is saying about how important Guru. Without the mercy of Guru, you can't even think about anything. Maybe the highest you can go is to this thing. So sometimes we pray to Krishna, dear Krishna, I want to be a pure devotee. And how you know? When you pray to Krishna, I want to be a pure devotee of your lotus feet, Krishna says, okay. So what is the first step that he do? He will introduce you a guru. Because without a guru, you can never even think about all these kind of things. And who the guru? You should come from a proper sampradaya, not from any Tom, Dick, and Harry, who can simply juggle with like Sadguru. Always his words, his vocabulary is fantastic. Simply juggle with words. He's not guru. Or like Sai Baba, who can do some magic show, take something from the mouth. He's not guru. Or like Shirdi Baba can put the hand into the oil and stir the rice with the bare hand. That's not guru. The guru means must be from a bona fide sampradaya. And the bona fide sampradaya only has 4 in this world. Only 4. First is Rudra Sampradaya from Lord Shiva, Rudra. And who is the Acharya? Vishnu Swami. Second is Kumara Sampradaya. All right. And who's the Acharya? Nimbarka Swami. Number 3, Sri Vaishnava, Sri Sampradaya. And who's the Acharya? Ramanuja Swami. And number 4 is Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. And who's the Acharya? Madhvacharya. If you are not in any of these 4 Sampradaya, all the other Sampradayas all the other kind of gurus, these kind of things will never take you anywhere. All right. That's why there's a Bible, there's a saying, the blind leads the blind and fall into the ditch. When we blindly follow another blind man, what will happen? We fall into the ditch. So the bogus gurus, the only destination guaranteed that they can take a person, it is to hell. It's guaranteed. It's to hell. I think we have studied that also in Bhakti Aloka, right? I think, yeah. Or in Bhajana Rasi, if any one of you reading that book, you can see. Or the place that the bogus gurus can guide you, definitely back to Yama hate. Not back to God hate, back to Yama hate, Yamaloka. Hell is guaranteed. We have to be very careful. So first we get a boon from the Krishna by seeing a guru. And after seeing the guru, so first canto, Chaitanya Charitamrita, first chapter on devotional service, it speaks on guru. Then slowly it goes until the final. The Madhya Lila, Adi Lila, Madhya Lila, and what is the third one? Anta Lila. Anta Lila, the final conclusion. So that Chaitanya Charitamrita is the treasure house of Prema. There you can see how Lord Chaitanya went so much of ecstatic just by remembering himself. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is none other than Krishna appeared in this Kali Yuga just to find out why people love me. He always wonder, why these people become so crazy for me? What do I have? Why people so much in like with me? So he wants to go. Then Radharani was telling Mother Radha, saying, hey, Krishna, where are you going? I want to go to this material world and I want to feel how it feels to be a devotee. He says, yes, but you don't go in that form, I will follow you. Right? Because without me, you can never understand prema. Please mark this word. Without me, you will never understand prema. So without the mercy of Srimati Radharani, you can never understand prema. And he says, sir, so how are you going to? I will merge with you. So all the while, the Krishna's internal potency, the prema bhakti, prema, they will call the Ladini Shakti, separated from him in the form of Radharani. Always in separated form. But for a first time, they united, combined again. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came not in the blackish form, but came in a golden complexion as Srimati Radharani. And Srimati Radharani showed the highest form of love until Krishna started to melt, start to this and all this. So these two books is very important. And this book of Nectar of Devotion is the commentary. Because after Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu advised Rupa Goswami in Ramakeli, right, for 10 days, he was giving him instruction, this. So Rupa Goswami took it and took all the reference from the Sastras and gave his commentary, the conclusion. And he named it as Nectar of Devotion. Bhakti Rasa. Rasa means mellow. What mellow? Amrita. Amrita means nectar, nectarian. It is sweet. Sindhu. Sindhu means ocean. So it is the ocean of nectarian mellow of devotional service. I'm not sure whether I've shared here or not, but before that, I think I was talking to, I think it was in another class. I'm not sure. Okay. Say like if you take a dot of honey, you take one dot, you put on a plate, one dot of honey. Okay, just one dot. Then you take a, what they call your toothpick. You take a toothpick and put it on the honey and take it out, put it on another plate, tuck, 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 like that. You can see some drop of honey. Then you take another toothpick, take from that drop, tuck, you take it and put in another thing, tuck, 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 tuck. Until the last plate, until 2-3 plates after, there's no honey left, but you just smear the thing on the, you just take the thing and just smear on the plate because all the honey is taken. Even that's a little trace of honey, you just take it and put it in your tongue. It has so much of nectar. The taste of honey doesn't dissipate according to the volume. Even you take the thing, there's nothing there, all dry. You just moist your hand a little and try to like rub on the thing and put in your tongue. Wow, it's still nectarian. But here, Rupa Goswami is giving us the ocean of nectar, not a dried honey after many filtration. The ocean of nectar. So if you want to do that, so that's the thing. So that's why Nectar of Devotion is very, very, very important book to consider. All right. So we should understand in what type of place that we want to go. So now my suggestion, I'm not saying, I'm not imposing. My opinion, or of course, what I tell myself, since I've got that option, since I have that option, okay, what are the options that open to me? For me to go to heaven is not a big deal. I can go to heaven. I can stay there for 10,000 years. I can drink that somaras, you know, that heaven beer, heaven alcohol, and I can have all the apsaras and gandharvas. I can enjoy myself nicely. Then after that, I die. After I finish my era in heaven, I come back. I won't be born as a normal, ordinary human being, but I'll born into the rich and aristocrat. I got that option. Okay, the first option is there. The lowest option. Okay, what is the next option I have? The next option is, of course, born into a family of devotees and all this. Okay, that's all. We don't look at that. Okay, what is the second option I have? The second option, I can go and go to the Siddhaloka or Brahmaloka. I can go to Siddhaloka or Brahmaloka, the place of Lord, what do you call Brahmaloka? What do you call Satyaloka? Oh, I'm going to have a good time there. It's long duration of time. It's fantastic heaven. I can practice my sadhan bhakti there. Fair enough. Number 3, I can enter into Kailash and be the associate Lord Shiva. It's also mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam. You can even go to Kailash. Place is Sadasiva and eternally live there. Number 4, I can enter into any of my choice Vaikuntha Loka. Okay, I can enter into any of my choice Vaikuntha Loka. Many Vaikuntha. I'm going to have 4 hands like Vishnu, or I'm going to have a form of Mahalakshmi, and I'm going to have my own airplane. I can fly here, fly there, eat nicely. You know, Vaikuntha, place of no suffering. It's a heaven. It's a liberation. Right? Or number 5, maybe I can go to Ayodhya Dham and be in the kingdom of Lord Ramachandra. Number 6, I can enter into this Goloka Vrindavan. I mean, in a Vrindavan, in a Goloka. Okay, in Goloka, there's many choice. First, I can go to Jagannath Puri. Okay, be there, so Lord Jagannath. Or I can go further up. I can go to Dwaraka Puri. I can be there in the kingdom of Lord Krishna, along with his 16,108 wives and all the Pandavas. Number 8, I got opportunity. Maybe if I don't want that, I can go to the Madura. I can go there and be the associate of Nanda Maharaj and Yasoda Mai, and see Krishna as a young child playing around. Or number 8, I can go to Vrindavan, be with Gopals and Gopis, and also go into that this thing and into the this thing. Okay, Vrindavan. And even further that, I can think about Govardhan, where Krishna bring the cows and pasture. Or number 10, I've got a chance of go to Radhakund Shamakund, which is the topmost. We studied that. So I have that choice now. So what should I choose? Krishna, I mean, we are not given one choice. We are given 10 choices. So choose where you want to go. So I was telling myself, since I get that opportunity, why not I choose the topmost? Why not I choose the topmost? Why not I think about going to the level of prema, the topmost? And I don't want anything in between. You know, there's a story about this. I think I remember reading. I think we'll study the Nectar of Devotion. As we go on, we'll study that. What happens if you get liberated into any of these 9? Usually the devotee get very upset. Even they get upset, they don't even want to go to Vaikuntha. They don't want to, they want to go to that level of prema. That is the goal. So, but anyway, don't worry. If you can't make it, Krishna will make you born again, because you like that department, you like that option 10, you will remain in that option 10 until you go back home. In between, you will never go to heaven, enjoy yourself, come back, fall down, become born as a pig, dog, and all these kind of things. Then, no, you remain 10. So again, you will be born into the Gaudiya Parampara. You born again and again until you become really perfected. You go back home. So that's the thing. So we must know where are we going. Right? I'm telling this based on my own opinion. I want this, but I'm not sure about you. Okay, what do you want is entirely according to your mood and according to your decision. Because every one of us is not same. We are all individual. Oh, I think I got a devotee in Ipoh says, she only attracted to Perumal, only the Vishnu. She can't even think about Krishna. When we say, come Mataji, no. But when it comes, what they call Ram Navami, oh, she'll be very excited. When you talk about Vaikuntha Ekadasi, she'll be very excited. So when you talk about Janmashtami, okay lah, another Janmashtami. For her. Because the attraction, just like Hanuman. When Hanuman saw Krishna, he says, where's my Lord Ram? He said, I am Lord Ram. I say, you're not my Lord Ram. Where's my Lord Ram? Then he changed his form. Oh, Prabhu, you're here. Because for him, you only can see Ram. All depends on individual. All right. So we should understand where do we. So for that, the starting point, if at all, if you want to go to the highest, or at least what I'm saying, try your best. Right. Of course, Krishna will decide where to put you. But wherever Krishna is going to put you is going to be extremely pleasurable. Right? Extremely pleasurable. So now, the example, like I'm working so hard, I'm studying so hard, so one day I can study in Harvard. All right, I want to study in Harvard. That's my biggest goal in life. But suddenly, you get your mark, the government says, never, you go to Oxford. Will you be lamenting? Ayo, why Oxford? I want Harvard. No. Oxford, also okay lah. Oxford also still good. Okay lah. All that you didn't get. You end up in University Malaya. Okay, you're going to get into University Malaya. Will you be lamenting? Oh, why University Malaya? I work hard for Harvard. I work hard for Oxford. Now I got University Malaya. No, you go there, you're still going to be happy. So how are we going to happen this? But aim for the best. Aim for the highest. It's very important. Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita is a book that we should be considering reading it every single day. And of course, Nectar of Devotion is a guidebook. It's a Bible of devotional service. Right? So like that. So it says here, so Srimad Bhagavatam do not care for any kind of benefit. They don't care for any kind of benefit. Or even elevation to the higher planetary system. Go to heaven, Brahmaloka, all that they're not bothered. Because for the liberation which is conceived by the impersonalists, right? Because this is the liberation which is conceived. For impersonalists, This is the ultimate goal. Impossible Mayavadis. All right. So as such, the association of the pure devotee is so transcendently valuable. It is very valuable that no kind of material happiness can compare to it. There's nothing in this material happiness, even your millions of dollars or tons of gold or the latest car and everything cannot give you that kind of satisfaction. We have seen so many people who are so active, so successful in life, but end of the day, they feel like I don't want anything. Why? Because all that doesn't say, of course, all of you, I mean, all of us are somewhere around middle age, 50s, all right, 40s to 80s. So I believe you understand what I'm saying, right? All right, now let's look at the next one. Hari Bhakti Sudodaye Cha Yasya Yat Sangate Pungsha Manivat Shat Sattat Gunaha Swakula Riddayai Tato Diman Swayuttans Eva Sangshrayet. Okay. In Hari Bhakti Sudodaya, there is a conversation between Prahlad Maharaj and his father Hiranyakasipu. There's a conversation. Okay. And which Hiranyakasipu addressed the Prahlad in this way. My dear son, association is very important. It just acts like a crystal stone, which will reflect anything which was put before it. All right. So Hiranyakasipu addresses Prahlad and says, the association is very important. What he says, like a crystal stone. Say like you take a crystal, okay, prisma, they call prisma, they put a crystal, you put it there in light, whichever the thing that goes through, it reflects it. Reflect accordingly. All right. Anything, it reflects anything that put beyond it. So similarly, if we associate with the flower-like devotee of the Lord, and our hearts are crystal clear, if we associate with flower-like devotees, our heart will be like crystal clear, then certainly the same action will be there. So certainly you also will act like a pure devotee. Another example given in this connection, that if a man is potent and if a woman is not diseased, all right. Another example given in this connection is that if a man is potent means what? Potent means he's able, and the women are not diseased. Okay, then by their conjugation, there'll be conception. So when a man is healthy, when the woman is healthy, when they get together, conjugal, they can produce child. Okay, when a man and women are healthy, when they get together, they can produce child. In the same way, if the recipient of spiritual knowledge and the deliverer spiritual knowledge are sincere and bona fide, there will be good result. So see how Prabhupada wonderfully explained this. Hari Bol, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. When a man and a woman both are healthy, they can produce offspring. They can produce children. Similarly, when the recipient of the the knowledge and the deliverer, the one who delivers, the guru, he is pure and bona fide, sincere and bona fide. Bona fide means he's original. So there will be good result. So there will be a good conjugal, there will be a good thing that benefits both. All right. The result of this result of this association produces also prema bhakti. All right. So both of them must be in a good standing. Okay, now we are looking at the 63rd principle of that 64 limbs of bhakti. Ata Sri Nama Sankirtanam Yata Dvitiye, very important. Eta nirvidyamananam ichchatam akuta bhavam, akuta bayam yoginam nirpa nirnittam harer namanu kirtanam. Eta nirvidyamananam ichchatam akuto bayam yoginam nirpanirnittam harer namanu kirtanam. Quoting from Canto 2, chapter 1, text 11, re-quoted here in Nectar of Devotion at Eastern Ocean, second wave, text 230. So now let's look at the chanting of the holy name of the Lord. Very, very important. That is our supplementary. Okay, that is our main agenda. So the importance of chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare is very strongly stressed in second canto. How it is stressed? It is stressed very strongly stressed. Okay, it is very, very, very important. All right. First chapter, verse 11, Srimad Bhagavatam in the following way, Shukadev Goswami tells Maharaj Parikshit, my dear king, if one is spontaneously, please underline this. If one is spontaneously, please underline, spontaneous, attached to the chanting of Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Okay, spontaneous means what? That means you do not need any kind of motivation or you know, spontaneous. When the time comes, you can't wait for the moment to chant Hare Krishna. Spontaneous. Right? Every morning you get up, you just take the beats and start chanting in great ecstasy. Spontaneous. Attached to the chanting of the holy Maha Mantra. It is to be understood that he has attained the highest perfectional stage. Okay, please underline this statement. If you could able to what they call chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra spontaneously, you are attached to it. Okay, it has to be understood that you have achieved the highest perfectional stage, highest perfection. It is specifically mentioned in that the karmis who are inspiring after fruitive result of their activities. Right? The karmis is what? The karmis is the one who wants the fruit result. Okay. I work so hard. I do this kind of thing. I want to have some benefit. All right. That's the goal. The karmis aspiring for fruitive result. And the yogis aspiring after mystic perfection. The yogi, they do this kind of thing because they want to have some kind of mystic power. So can do some magic show. Or the salvationists who aspire to become one with the Supreme Lord. What is salvationist means? Mayavadi. Salvation. Okay, they want to aspire to become one. They want to merge into the light. So the karmi wants fruit of the result. The salvationist, the Mayavadi, wants to merge into the light. And the yogis want to have some kind of mystic perfection. They want to have mystic. There's a lot of siddhis. All right, that day, I forgot their names. One of it is sitting here, can send my hand, take thing. You know, they can become very small. They can become very big. All these kind of things, they want to do that. Mystic perfection. So what happened? It says, so the karmi, okay, can achieve the result of all the perfection simply by chanting the Maha Mantra. So how you can achieve, can achieve the result of all perfectional stage. The perfection stage of karmi, perfection stage of salvationist, perfection stage of yogi can simply attain just by simply, proper use the word simply. I mean, it's not a big deal at all by chanting the Maha Mantra. So Sukadeva Goswami used the word nirnitam. Nirnitam. Okay, nirnitam. Which means it has already been decided. Okay, tirmanikapattadu. Okay, somewhere or other the word is there. In Tamil, we call tirmanikapattadu. Okay, tirmanikapattadu another, they already decided. So in Sanskrit, they call nirnitam. So it has been already decided. So when you can chant, you already decided that you are superb. He was a liberated soul and therefore could not accept anything which was not conclusive. So Sukadeva Goswami especially he stressed that it has already been concluded that one who has become to the stage of chanting the Hare Krishna mantra, how? With determination. So when we chant Hare Krishna, we have to chant with full determination. What is a determination? I want to bring my senses under control. I am so determined. I'm chanting. And of course, the second is steadiness. Steadiness means what? You're not going to allow anything to disturb your mind. So they say that when you chant Hare Krishna, you meditate on some of the Krishna's pastime. But sometimes if your mind is going haywire, which is very common, when you chant Hare Krishna, suddenly you listen to one song, suddenly you see someone will be making noise, suddenly some neighbors will be playing some oldies like 1960s, 1970s song. You know, suddenly your eyes get liberated. your mind get carried away. Like the day I was chanting, you know, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna. But suddenly, I think my neighbor one flick came and he put the car, I think in what? He put the thing. Though we got to say goodbye to the summer, knowing that this the song my father loved to sing to me. So when I heard that song, what happened? My mind go to my father and the father singing me the song. Though we got to say goodbye to the summer. So I couldn't chant Hare Krishna anymore. Yo. Hare Krishna, Hare go. We got to say goodbye. Hare Krishna, Hare Ram. So what to do if that such thing happen? Such thing happen, what to do? Very simple. Chant loudly and listen to the mantra, that's all. No need to meditate. No need to meditate. Just open your mouth. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Because there's some sound entered your mind, corrupt your mind. Dig back all your old memory. You know, my father singing to me when I was a young boy and all these kind of things with the guitar, you know. So when he said, oh, back all my old memories. But now when you go to chant back, you just Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. So you don't let your mind think. You just listen only. All right. So that is called steadiness. First, we have to be determined. I have to chant these much rounds per day. All right. Standard minimum 16. But of course, I'm very happy that most of your devotees are doing 64 rounds. So to do that 64 rounds is a determination. All right. Okay, I do 64 rounds. I finish 30 rounds. I'm still better than 16. You know, sometimes they do that. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. You're 3, no time. How many rounds I come? Oh, I've done 30. I'm still better than 16. All right. That is not determination. I'm telling you all this based on my own behavior. Sometimes I chant 30, 40, 30 rounds. I couldn't do 64. I'm so tired and everything. But I'm telling myself, okay, Padita Tarana, it's okay. Because you know why? You vow to do 16 minimum. You have done your minimum. Okay. I just write in because I got a logbook, I write how many rounds I chant. So I write, okay, I done 30 rounds. I just go back. But in my heart, I'll be thinking, still I'm better than 16. Imagine when you're going to do that. I'm not sure some of you are doing that or what. Maybe that in your mind. Because in my life, it's like that. So like that, you cannot create determination. Determination means by hook or crook, I must do your 64 rounds. That's it. Nothing in this world can stop me unless death or disability or fat or I faint. All right. I bedridden, you know, or unless my hand not functioning, my tongue not working, then I cannot do my rounds. Other than these things, nothing can stop me. So unless you're very tired, you know, you just cannot concentrate, you cannot use your beats. Okay, it's okay. Just put your beat away. Take your clicker. Take the clicker. Hare Krishna, while you're lying down, while you're listening. Just go on clicking and chant the Hare Krishna. Even in that moment, you will be very agitated. I must finish the round, but my body is not tolerating. It's okay. Simply chant is okay. Temba also okay. Simply temba. You can't even, it's okay. Do. That's determination. Once you decide it, nothing can stop you. Unless you become paralyzed, unless you are dead, or unless your tongue become beaten off. Other than any of these unfortunate things happen, nothing in this world can stop you by finishing up your quota. Okay? Either 16 or whatever mantra that you have set, right? So like, I'm happy with some devotees who are waking up at 12 o'clock midnight and they go on chanting until 7 o'clock in the morning. That is nothing but determination. So we must that. So determination and steadiness. All right, what happened? Must be considered that you have already passed the trials of fruitive activities. Mental speculation, mystic yoga. So now those devotees who are very determined, chanting 64 rounds in these while listening to this lecture, and those who are going to watch this in YouTube, let me tell you one thing. This statement is to show you that you are on the right track. Do not get carried away with this statement. Oh, I am already there. Don't ever allow any kind of pride to enter your heart by listening to this statement. Because we have to check and balance. Now I come to that. Okay, now I come to one level. Okay, how do I know whether I achieve that level? Okay, what are the requirements? Okay, I've achieved the requirement. Now I have to go one step again. Like that, you check your balance. So this statement is to tell you, if you have this steadiness and determination, it is considered you have already passed the trials of fruitive activities. So have you achieved your destiny? No. You have just completed your first hurdle. Not get carried away, not to feel so proud or so puffed up. It's very dangerous. All right. Please take this into consideration. And of course, do not go and reveal to anyone that how many rounds you're chanting in a day. As per requirement, when someone asks you, how many rounds are you chanting? The minimum rounds that I supposed to do it. 16. All right. No need to go and tell people you're doing 30, 40, 50, 70, 100, 200, 300. No need to tell anyone. Nobody should know. I mean, it's not necessary to know. Because you're chanting for your own. They say, no, you don't go and tell people, right, how much bank balance you have. Hey, do you know, I got $1 million in my bank, account. Will you go tell that? When people ask you how much money, enough to survive. You don't go and tell people, I got millions of dollars in my bank account. It's supposed to be very private. Or you don't go and tell people I got 100 pounds of gold. I keep it in public bank locker. So keep it very secret, because for your own nourishment and relishment, simply all these are not necessary, because sometimes the evil eyes. Okay, trust me. In fact, I made a grievous mistake by quoting some devotees, who are chanting this much of rounds and all this. Because sometimes when they tell me in private, I get so excited. Of course, I take their permission. Then said, but after that, I see the devotees struggle to chant. Then after that, I heard from my mentor, Pran Govinda Prabhu from Alachua, USA. He was telling, never reveal your guru's name. Number one. Number two, never show your japa mala, your chanting beads. Don't take out and show people, look at my beads. That has to be confidential. Number three, do not need to tell how many rounds you chant. Keep it secret. All right? That's between you and your spiritual master and Krishna. When Guru asks you, yes, Guru Maharaj, I'm doing so and so rounds. All right? I'm doing this, I'm inspired, I'm chanting this round. Because I've seen when I go and boast before, when I going around boasting, I'm doing this much of rounds, and I encourage so many people to do that. I know I became like a little puffed up, little puffed up. Then until one devotee said, no, Prabhu, 16 is enough, Prabhu. No, he's a very senior devotee. He said, no, 16 is enough, Prabhu. Why? And I just told him off, and I said, no, 64 give me a lot of pleasure. Don't advise me on that. And that devotee became very upset. Why? My statement. All right. I should say, oh, okay, Prabhu. Yeah. Yes, Prabhu. I'll take your word. But what I said 64 giving me a lot of pleasure. All right. Then what I said, you don't need to advise me on this. Something like that I said. So what happened? Aprad. I have created an offense to the devotee. The devotee sincerely trying to tell me, don't overburden yourself. But because of my puffed up attitude, because you know why I'm going around boasting, I'm doing that much of round. I'm boasting that so many people that follow my classes are doing 64 rounds, blah, 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 blah. See, indirectly, without you realizing, pop, the word came out. And I felt very regret. Then after that, I went to the devotee, I said, I'm so sorry, Prabhu. But he said, no, Prabhu, I didn't mind, but I can see his face. He's not happy. Okay. The hurt is there already. Never expected Padita Tarana to tell me like this. So all that are not necessary, right? When people ask you, I'm just doing, but of course you need to tell me, because I'm mentoring and I'm training you up. You can tell me in private. Of course, I promise I will never reveal this anymore. All right, because before this, I was so foolish enough. I'm such a rascal. I've been going around telling that these people doing, but end of the day, I start to feel their sadhana heat. I didn't know. But of course, when Pran Govinda Prabhu was telling the three things, keep it confidential. Your guru, your japamala, and the rounds you're chanting. Of course, you can share with your mentor, you can share with your spiritual master, all right? Because they are not going to say, stop doing this, they're just going to encourage you further. You're going to please them. Guru Maharaj, I'm chanting every day 64. Oh, really? I'm so happy for you. The Guru Maharaj, hey, why you're so, so distinct, huh? What, want to show off your pure devotee, huh? Why? So another incident happened last Sunday, one particular devotee who followed this thing, he started to do 64 without fail every day. There is some little conflict, all right? There's some devotee who's so-called advanced, but he's kind of childish. When he started to say something, suddenly the Prabhu was in a meditation, he was cleaning some utensils, and suddenly he went and triggered. And he became like little angry. He said, hey, you, no, something. Then immediately he just turned back and asked him, you're chanting 64 rounds? Why you're still not humble, huh? Pretending, it broke his heart to pieces. He was so heartbroken. When I heard that, I went and apologized, Prabhuji. I'm so sorry, Prabhuji. I'm such a fool. I go, no, Prabhu, it's okay, Prabhu. But I think Krishna told me to become even more humble. Actually, what he says is correct. But of course, he took it very positively. But I felt I have done a blunder in people's devotional life, in other people's life. Right? So therefore, I will never mention anymore. So all this very important. So keep it simple and don't get puffed up. Just remain calm. Of course, you are doing this for your own relishment and nourishment. In Adi Purana, it's mentioned, Gitvacha mama namani, vicharin mama sannidau, iti bravimi te satyam kritoham tasya charjuna. Right? In 1.2.231. If the same thing confirmed in Adi Purana by Krishna, while addressing Arjuna, he says, anyone who is engaged in chanting my transcendental name. Okay, it says, Gita tu mama namani, my name. Those who engage chanting my transcendental name must be considered to be always associating with me. And I may tell you frankly, Krishna says, underline the word frankly, for such a devotee, I become easily purchased. Right? So when you remember, when you chant Hare Krishna means what? It is the moment that allocated to you. Krishna says, well, I come and stay with you. Right? I'm present in the name. When you go to temple, you see the deity, there's so many people around you. And Krishna will be just giving it. But you want to have a personal association. Krishna want to talk to you, want to associate with you personally, you chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. So when you chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, you just feel like you're talking to Krishna. You're calling upon millions and millions of names of Krishna in that one Maha Mantra. So you chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, and you start to feel that Krishna is with you. Because Krishna says, anyone who is engaged in chanting of transcendental name is considered to be always associating with me. Please take snapshot of this photo, of this statement. All right, 1.2.231, because in your Nectar of Devotion, you don't have this verse. Those who got a camera, please take photo or snapshot and keep it with you. Write it down in your note and keep it in your breast pocket. Every day, refer to that. Whenever you feel down, you refer to that. Whenever you feel discouraged, you refer to that. What it says, Gitvacha mama namani, vicharin mama sannidau, iti bravimi te satyam kritoham tasya charjuna. Anyone who is engaged in chanting my transcendental name is to be considered, must be considered. It's not to say is to be considered. Krishna says must be considered. Okay, what he says here? He says must be considered. So that means we have to consider, must be considered to be the associating, always associating with me. And I may tell you frankly that for such devotee, I become easily purchased. So anytime that we are discouraged, read this statement of Krishna. It is quoted in Adi Puran. And Krishna himself personally telling. So whenever we feel discouraged, we read, yes, no, I'm on my right path. I don't allow my mind to dictate my destiny. All right. So it's very important. Okay. Then the next one, Padma Purana, it's mentioned. Yena Janma Sasrani Vasudevo Nishevita Tan Muke Hari Namani Sada Tishtanti Bharata. In Padma Purana also stated that chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra is present only, right, on the lips of a person who has many birth worship Vasudeva. If you could able to chant the Hare Krishna, you should know that you have for many birth you have worshipped Vasudeva. All right. So Yata Tatraiva Purana, it says Nama Chintamani Krishna. Okay, this word also please underline this verse. Nama Chintamani Krishna. Nama Chintamani Krishna's Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha Purna Shuddha Nitya Mukto Binnatvan Nama Naminoho. It says in the further state in Padma Puran. Okay, it's mentioned in Padma Puran. It says there is no difference between the holy name of Krishna and Krishna himself. As such, the holy name is perfect as Krishna himself in fullness, purity, and eternity. All right. So the Hare Krishna mantra for a neophyte is the beginning to get rid anarthas. For Madhyama, to make them to go into ecstatic. But for ecstatic devotee prema, to produce full prema feeling. The same mantra is used. There's no such thing the person become advanced, they got a different, some conflict. No, the same Hare Krishna mantra. Because it's perfect. It is fullness, purity, and eternity. The holy name is not material sound vibration, nor it has any material contamination. It is not an ordinary sound vibration or not a material contamination. The holy name cannot therefore be chanted offenselessly. Okay, you should not chant offenselessly by one who has failed to purify his senses. In other words, materialistic sense cannot properly chant the holy name of Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. So when a person is, when you think you can't chant properly, all right, that means there is some kind of anarthas, unwanted things are there. So how to do it? Go on chanting until you get purified. So by adopting this chanting process, one is given a chance to actually purify himself. Yes, So the only way that you can chant the Hare Krishna is just to purify yourself, so that he may very soon chant offenselessly. So in order to clean, all right, okay, in order to let the drain is clogged by dirt. So what is that idea about the drain? So the water can flow. So in order to clean the drain, I take another water hose and I shoot the drain. So I take the hose with high pressure to clear the clot so the water can run. So I take the water to clear the clot so the water can run. So all still water. Similarly, you want to get rid of all anarthas. So one day you can chant Hare Krishna very nicely. In order to get that purification, you chant Hare Krishna now itself. To purify, you chant Hare Krishna. Once purified, you get the taste for that mantra that you're chanting. Fantastic, right? So it's yata tatraiva atasri Krishna namadi na bhavet garayam indriya. Sevon mukhe hi jivadau swayam eva spuratyadaha. Right? Quoted in 1.2.234. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has recommended that everyone chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. For what? Just to cleanse the dust from the heart. All right? Just chant. For just to clean the dust. If the dust of the heart is cleansed, one can actually understand the importance of the holy name. For a person who are not inclined to clean the dust from their heart, who want to keep things as they are, it is not possible to derive the transcendental result of chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. If you think you want to just keep it that way, you just get it. You can never get the possible. It's not possible for you to chant the Hare Krishna mantra. One should therefore be encouraged. He has to be encouraged. Or in other words, he has to be motivated to develop the service attitude towards the Lord. Because these will help him to chant without any offense. That's why knowledge is important. All right, knowledge. After you study the knowledge, then you do some, then you do seva. So by combination of knowledge and seva, you can be able to chant the Hare Krishna mantra. All have to work together. All right, all have to work. They cannot work independently. And so, under the guidance of a spiritual master, the disciple is trained to render service at the same time chant the Hare Krishna mantra. As soon as one develops his spontaneous service attitude, he can immediately understand the transcendental nature of the holy name and of the Maha Mantra. So as you go on, you start to feel different. All right, we are looking at the 64th, the last anga of devotional service. Ata Sri Mathura Mandale Sthiti Yata Patme Anyesu Punya Tirteshu Muktir Eva Mahapalam Muktai Prartya Harer Bhaktir Madhurayang Tu Labhyate. So the 64 is living in Mathura. Why living in holy place is important? So in Padma Purana, there's a statement about the importance of living in the holy places like Mathura or Dwaraka. It is stated that to travel to different place of pilgrimage means to attain emancipation from material bondage. So you must remember that when you want to go to the place of pilgrimage, you are going for a Tirtha Yatra. So the idea is to attain emancipation, to come out of this material bondage. This emancipation, however, is not the highest perfectional stage. Right? This emancipation is not a highest material. This is not a some big deal. After attaining this liberated stage, one has to come engage in devotional service of the Lord. All right. So that means after you go to the level of emancipation or liberation, you still have to come back. All right. So after attainment of the Brahma Bhuta, Srimad Bhagavatam 4.30.20, under liberation stage, one can further advance to engage in devotional service. So this attainment of transcendental loving, devotional service of the Lord is the goal of life. So, okay. So, okay, now let's see. So, this attainment of transcendental loving devotional service, transcendental loving devotional service, okay, it is the goal of life. Sometimes when you go to temple, when you get frustrated in devotional service, you still haven't got the love yet. So that like that we can check and balance. Sometimes I go and do some seva. Why only me? Why like that? Why you ask me to go and wash the pot? Why you ask me to clean the toilet? So that means when you still have that kind of frustration, you still haven't come to the loving devotional service. So when such thing happen, you must check and balance. I still need to have a lot of this thing. So you have to be, that's why I say, write journal. Journaling is very, very, very important. You can know consciously where are you lacking. Those who have not started, please start immediately by today. Journal it, right? Journal. Okay, where do I go mistake? Knowing, unknowingly. Okay, then you can check and balance. All right. Okay, now, so the attainment of transcendent loving devotional service is the highest goal of life. And it can be achieved very easily for one who lives in Mathura Mandala even for a second. So, so it can be very easily achieved to those who lives in Madhura Mandala, Vrindavan, Mayapur, all right, or Madurai, even for a few seconds. So my opinion, if you can afford, if you are able, do migrate to Vrindavan or Mayapur. All right, do migrate. When you're young, you work here. Spread the books, spread the glories, distribute books, chant Hare Krishna, and all that kind of thing. But once you're old, if you really can do it, just move in there. Right? Just for a second itself can give you so much achievement, right? I remember Prabhupada says, work hard when you're young, samadhi when you're old. This samadhi when you're old means it's not the dying samadhi. That means absorption. So you see all the devotees in Madhura, Vrindavan, and also this Mayapur, all that old devotees, disciple of Prabhupada and all, even some devotees, after they're thinking after they hit 50s, 60s, they're settled with their family and children, let them go, let them live their life, and they all move to Vrindavan and they are absorbed in devotional service, right? Don't get attached to your grandchildren. Okay, it's quite a dangerous thing. Already we have brought up the children very nicely. So once they're done, they can look after their own children. Now it's the time for you to look after your own life. Okay. So Trivargada Kaminam ya Mumukshunam cha mokshada Bhakti chor bhaktida kastam Madhuram nashrayet buddhaha. Okay, 1.2.36. It is further said, who is that person who will not agree? Who is that person who will not agree to worship the land of Madhura? Madhura can deliver all these desires, ambition of the fruitive workers and the salvationists who want to become one with the God, what is Supreme Brahman. It can even fulfill the desire of the Karmi and the salvationists, the Mayavadis. Right? Certainly, Madhura will also deliver the desire to the devotees. Even the Madhura also can fulfill your devotees. Fulfill the desire of a devotee. Why? Who simply aspire to engage in devotional service of the Lord. Right? It's very important. Ato Madhupuri Danya, Vaikunda Chat Gariyase, Dinam Ekam Nivashena, Haro Bhakti Prachayate. In Vedic literature, it's also stated how wonderful is simply by residing in the place Madhura Puri. Right? The case Madhupuri. Okay, Madhupuri. So how wonderful is that place that simply by residing in Madhura, even for one day, one can achieve transcendent loving attitude towards the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Now, the important statement. This land of Madhura is must be more glorious than Vaikuntha Dham, the kingdom of God. Aho Madhupuri, aho, look at that. Who? Aho means aha. So Rupa Goswami is saying in ecstasy, aho, aha, look, adada. In Tamil we call adada. Adapara, adada. Aho means it's a kind of expression. Wonderful, amazing, aho, Madhurapuri Danya. The place of Madhurapuri. Vaikunta Chakgariyase. More glorious than Vaikunta Loka. Dinam Ekam. Dinam. And the word Dinam. Dinam means what? In Tamil also called Dinam. Dina Dinama ne kolriye. Dine Dinam. Dinam means what? It's a second. That means Dinam. Time. Ekam. One. Uru Dinathila. Uru Dinathila na vandarre. That means, okay, like in English we say, give me 1 second, I'll get back to you. 1 second. Just give me a second. I'll get back to you. Give me a second. So the term give me a second. Dinam. Ekam. Ekam means one. Give me 1 moment. 1 second. Dinam means moment. Okay. Nivashana. Right? So it says that Nivashana haro bhakti prajayate. It can give you the transcendental loving service. Haro bhakti. Haro means Hari. Hari bhakti prajayate. Right? So, like that. Okay. So, I think, so that's the thing. So, in a moment that we can stay in Vaikunta, this, what they call Madhura, right? You can achieve a lot of amazing stuff in life, right? So with this, we have concluded our all the 64 angas of devotional service. So we have already completed chapter 12. We are moving to chapter 13. Okay. After 13, 14, 15, then 16, we're going to start to the next level into this Raganuga Bhakti. Right. So we end the session here. So now we open for a question. Is there any question, any comment? How do you all feel? Was it nice? I feel so ecstatic talking about this. Sure, feels so good. Hare Krishna. Any takeaway? Any takeaway that you'd like to share? Oh, also quiet, eh? Hari Bol. Vaishnav Prabhu, Gandhi Mataji, Sadguna Mataji, Nanda Devi Mataji, Saras Mataji. Any question? Any comment? I think all busy preparing for Janmashtami. All right. So anyway, we'll end the session now. We meet again on Monday. Monday morning. I hope nothing is there. I'm having a toothache. I think I can tolerate. Okay. So anyway, we'll meet again on Monday morning to continue our chapter 13. All right. So before we leave, I'd like to wish my ecstatic wishes, Krishna Janmashtami wishes. And next day, Srila Prabhupada's appearance day. Please go and engage yourself in the temple service. If you can't make it on Janmashtami, okay, of course, please do take care. It's going to be rainy season. Janmashtami is always every year it rains. Bring your umbrella along. Get prepared for any consequences of being wet. Get some towel. Keep the towel in your car or whatever. So please stay until midnight swing festival. Don't run halfway. And next day, Sunday, please do not miss Srila Prabhupada's Vyasa Puja. I'm not sure about other places, but in Ipoh, we are doing it at 10 o'clock in the morning. We do that, all the Abhishek and everything. Then after that, continue with the eulogy. All the devotees will coming and renewing their vow and express their gratitude to Srila Prabhupada. If you think you can't go, you put the Prabhupada photo in front of you and start to offer flowers and offer your gratitude and wish him happy birthday. Right? So, and followed by lunch. Right? So have a beautiful festival weekend. Till we meet again next week, Monday. Have a beautiful, ecstatic, and wonderful weekend. Hare Krishna. Vanchakal paturobhyascha. Kripa sindhubhyevacha. Paditanam pavinibhyo vaishnibhyo namo namah. Hare Krishna.